Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is a very special episode for you guys because if you've been following me on my VTubing journey, well, tonight I take you behind the scenes and show you really how I have set up many different scenes within my environment that you guys have been taking a look at. First of all, there is this scene, and then 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 there is this scene, which is in front of a green screen, but it looks black to you right now, and that will make sense in just a little bit. So hey, sorry if that was a little annoying, but I want to take you and teleport you around my environments. Let me show you where these are. So right now you're in my content studio, and if I move, you can see that I can walk out of here, and then the other scene is right here. This camera actually that you're looking at, and the softbox, they don't do anything. They're just props. But if I hit this key, I am now in a virtual camera standing right where I want to be, properly lit, and it makes for a really good environment. Now, if I run over to this environment, I've got two different cameras set up in here. I've got this camera right here, and then I've got a different angle on it right here, and in front of you is my simulated computer monitor. We'll get to that in a whole nother episode. Let me run outside. Oops. And I've got another camera and lighting set up right here. And that's this scene right here. So I've set up what you've seen so far is three different. And then there's another one, which is a hidden room. I'm in front of a green screen right now. Right now, because I'm recording it in OBS, it looks black. In fact, let me see if I can change that for you guys. All right, so I turned off the chroma key filter. Here I am with OBS settings, and what I've just done is turned off the chroma key. If I turn it back on, it's now gonna be a gray or black background, and then that's with the chroma key. So I've added a filter, and that knocks out the green, which is behind me in my environment. All right, so let's go back outside in front of the house. Those are the main point of views. Those are the main cameras that I wanted to set up as I've done introductory episodes to my channel. But let me show you what I'm doing, and I'm now just in the editor, okay? And what you have in these environments is, notice there is a light right here and a light right here, and these are Rect lights. So to get a Rect light in the scene, I am just going to lights, and I'm adding what's called a Rect light, and I'm setting the properties as you can see down here. You can copy this if you want. The width, the height, the angle, and the length, and I've lowered the intensity down to 3.0 CD, all right? And I'm using white. So I'm putting those in front of my character, which teleports to this location, and I've got two of these lights, so my face is really well lit. Then I've got a couple cameras. I've got this camera right here, which you can see is that main angle, and then I've got another camera here, which was the side angle that you saw. So when I touch a key, I'm teleporting to this location, I'm properly lit, and I have two different cameras that I am using for different scene angles. When I go over to here, you guessed it, I'm doing the same type of thing. I have another teleport location right here. I have another Rec light. This time it looks like I have a single Rec light. You can see the properties down here in the bottom, little different settings for that one. And then the camera angle is right here, which you've seen many times. So that's how I get to location number 2. And then inside the green screen room, right inside here, I've got another teleport location, another camera, and it's just a camera with a green screen, but I do have two, I believe it's 2 Rec lights. Yep, I've got one right here. You can see the settings over here, intensity 5, and the width is 64, and same thing I think for both of them. Yep. So I've set up lighting, and I've set up a camera in each area, and let me hit play again. So this is going to get a little weird for you guys. So I am hidden inside. I've created in this little space right here, I have created a green screen room, and I teleport into this room. Now, unfortunately, you're going to see a black screen right here because I'm using a chroma key and it's knocking out green. So it's really weird. You're seeing Eric, seeing me in the lower corner, and I am running in a window on another monitor in front of a green screen, this green screen right here in my environment. And then in my front monitor, my primary monitor, you are seeing my actual environment in the editor. So essentially I'm running two versions of Unreal, one in the editor mode and one playing, and I'm standing in front of the green screen, and I've layered both my primary monitor and my secondary monitor in OBS. And so what's really cool is, you saw before that I can move to different environments. Let me do that. So here I am in scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. There's scene 1 with a different angle, and what I call scene 0, which is me in front of the green screen. So here I am back. So it's a very versatile environment where I can jump to all these different locations. Very cool, right? I just want to take you behind the scenes and show you some of the secret sauce. So that's the magic behind my different scenes, and I'm going to drop into the blueprints. Let me give you a quick little peek at those. So what I have is level blueprints, and inside these level blueprints are the teleports. So this one, when I push on number 8 on my numeric keypad, it gets the player character, sets that as the target, and then it sets that camera in the scene, the camera that I showed you, gets that location and sets it as the location. Then I'm using X, Y, and Z for the actor, and I'm rotating, in this case, to 190 degrees. And I had to play around with this, so I'm exactly standing facing the camera the way that I want. I get the player controller, and I set the main character, the main camera that I want to use, and I put that in the view target. So basically, when I push number 8, gets the player character, gets that actor location, that I called it the teleport location, and it sets that as the destination. So the player moves there virtually instantaneously and is rotated to 190 degrees from where it was. Then I get the player controller, the camera, and set that into the target with a blending, and these are the different nodes. You could literally copy that, and pretty much all you'd have to do differently is determine what your rotation location is and which camera you're using. Which actor location you're using, and main one. And I think, if you guys drop some comments and are interested, I could set that up from scratch for you and show you just the entire walkthrough of that. And if you've noticed, I have a few of these. So I've got one for the construction trailer, the game room, or what I call my content area. I have the side one there. I have the house one in front of the house, and the green screen. They're literally practically clones of each other with slightly different parameters for the camera, the location, and the rotation. Okay? So that's what I'm doing for my environment. It's pretty exciting. If you guys have any questions or comments or want to see me build one of these from scratch, don't hesitate to let me know. All right, so that's going to do it for a little walkthrough behind the scenes, how I have my different scenes, no pun intended, and what I'm doing in front of the green screen to create that layered virtual VTuber effect where you've got content in the background and your character in the foreground. Lots of different options. Again, let me know if you have any questions, comments. If you want to see me build any of these blueprints, don't hesitate to ask.